Hi, I'm Charlotte Pritt, and I'm here today on Labor Day to say thank you to our workers who are working with our poor West Virginians who are most in need, our children who are at risk, and West Virginians who need a little bit of help when they're going through some challenging times. West Virginians who may need food stamps or a medical card for a period until they can get back to work or get themselves back on their feet. I want to say so much to these workers who are on the field, West Virginia workers who have caseloads here in West Virginia, those are the income maintenance workers who are working with the people who are applying for, West Virginians are applying for food stamps and medical cards. The national levels are a caseload of about 300 to 400 people. We have incidents here in West Virginia where we have 1,000, 3 times the national caseload. And well, you may not know this, but the federal funding is also tied to an error factor. So if we have a West Virginia state employee who's working as hard as they can, but they have 3 times the national caseload level and they make a mistake, then we may not get the funding we need in that department. We need to hire more West Virginia workers in the Department of Health and Human Resources. And we have to, DHHR, we must make certain that we hire more people because we will have more federal money coming in, and we cannot continue to have the stress of 3 times the national level on our West Virginia people helping other West Virginians. The other thing with our Child Protective Services, we are paying them so little, and they get so stressed from having closed caseloads that are so high that many times we have people simply leaving because of the low pay, the high stress, and high caseloads. And then we find ourselves in a position where we have experienced Child Protective Service workers leaving, and then we have to train new people who may not have the history with the children out there. These are critical in this department. DHHR must have the staff that they need, and we must put funding in that will help them be able to keep the experienced workers working and protecting the children out there who are at risk. And we also know in Child Protective Services that the foster care program in West Virginia is in a crisis. We do not have enough people in foster care homes. We do not have enough places for us to place our children who are at risk. As you know, we have a real problem with drug abuse here in West Virginia and addiction. So we are finding that more and more children need our help. West Virginia needs to make certain that our tax dollars are going into the DHHR for more staff to hire more West Virginians to be able to help the West Virginians who are in need. I'm Charlotte Pritt, and I served on the Finance Committee when I was in the legislature in 1985 and 1992, and that DHHR was one of my caseloads, and I advocated then in my subcommittee that we had national standards. We hired more West Virginia workers in the DHHR in the field for Child Protective Services and also for food stamps and Medicaid cards so that we can have West Virginians their needs being addressed almost immediately. I understand the problems there, and I understand that West Virginians want to help other West Virginians. That's who we are. So I'm asking you, the state workers of West Virginia and other West Virginians who may be in need, to go to the polls on November the 8th and vote for Charlotte Pritt. She has been drafted to come back because we have a billionaire and we have a millionaire who are running for governor of West Virginia. But you also have Charlotte Pritt, who was a coal miner's daughter, who grew up on Buzzard Rock Mountain, who understands what West Virginians are going through at this really critical stage. I need your help. I would be honored to have your help. I stood up for you when you needed me. Now I'm asking you to stand with me so that I can become the governor of West Virginia, so that we as a group can work together to solve the challenges that West Virginia faces today. Thank you, and remember to vote on November the 8th, and remember to vote for the coal miner's daughter and the state employee advocate, Charlotte Pritt.